Well, unrest has now begun at the University of KwaZulu-Natal Pietermaritzburg campus. Breaking news coming in now that a student has been shot. Let's go now live on the phone line. We're joined by Zinhle Mgadi, the reporter there. Zinhle, what is happening there?
Well, Peter, just a few minutes ago, we saw a student coming out of the residence, the Malherda residence that was engaged in this whole confrontation with police. She was coming out. She was held by two other students, and she was screaming, "I've been shot, I've been shot." And as she approached the main road and everybody came close to her, we actually got to see that she has been indeed shot in the arm. It almost seems as though her bone has broken as well. One of the journalists here who had a medical aid pack rushed into the scene and tried to put a bandage over the student's wound. But then shortly after that, ambulances started pulling in. And at this moment, paramedics are attending to the students. Now, other students were shouting and saying, why are they being shot? And they are alleging that police have been shooting with live ammunition. And if you look at the wound of the students, they are saying that it does not make sense. A rubber bullet cannot create such a graphic incision into flesh. So students are really, it seems like this has angered the students even more. They are currently singing struggle songs saying, what have we done? It's causing a little bit of chaos, but at this point, because there's ambulances, there are so many people that have now gathered in this area, it doesn't seem like any a shootout will break out right now. But I'm telling you, as soon as the paramedics leave, these students are not going to back down anytime soon, Peter.
Zinhle, just in terms of more description of what happened, was it seemingly though she was shot inside the residence? She came out. She wasn't shot outside of the residence. She came from within the residence.
Well, Peter, she came exactly from inside the residence. I'm sorry, there's a lot of tear gas here, and it's a bit hard to breathe and talk. But she came exactly from the residence. We are not sure. She keeps on screaming. She said she was not striking. She was not part of the group that was attacking or that was throwing stones around. But she just came out of the residence. We're not sure where exactly she was. Our students are shouting, saying that apparently police went into the residence and shot the girl. They are implying that this was a personal attack on the students. But obviously, we are seeing some students talking to the captain that is in charge here, raising their concerns, which is primarily why they're being shot at. They're screaming that they do not want any police here, and they want everybody to be gone, including the media as well, Peter. But obviously, the situation is very chaotic at this point, Peter. The injured student has now been taken into one of the ambulances, and it seems as though she's being taken to the nearest hospital for medical attention. But at this point, students are still speaking to the captain, more or less shouting at him, Peter, asking why are they being shot at, and that they want the police to be gone from this area.
What explanations are the police giving as far as you can see, Zinhle?
Come again, Peter, I didn't hear that.
What explanations are the police giving as far as you can hear?
I'm sorry, Peter, I'm losing you.
I said, what explanations are the police giving as far as you can hear from this incident?
Oh, yes. Police are basically saying that they're here to enforce the law. And obviously, the violence that the students are engaging in, throwing stones into the road, injuring or damaging cars that are passing is unlawful, and therefore they will remain here. They're not backing down. Police are really very calm and just looking at what the students are doing. But obviously, the students will not be chased away by the police. Will not be chased away by students. They are here to enforce the law, and they're saying they will be here to monitor the situation. But at this point, there's a lot of singing happening. There's a lot of chaos happening here at the Pietermaritzburg campus.
Zinhle, I also saw images of a group of students coming out of the residence. You mentioned they were speaking with police. Is there a sense of calm, or is there, in terms of arguments happening between that group of students and police outside on the streets?
There's definitely the argument or the talks, if I would say that are happening here. And it seems to be calm at this point. There's not much confrontation at this point as I speak, Peter. The amount of police are still pretty much the same as I told you. They have been beefed up, but obviously more could be needed in a situation like this where people have been injured, students have been shot at, and property has been damaged. Definitely there is a need for more police here at the Pietermaritzburg campus. But it's very far from remaining calm. It's very far from turning down, Peter. Now that one of their own has been injured, you can imagine the amount of momentum that this has brought into their protest action.
Zintle, thanks. So we'll catch up with you shortly. There's Zintle Mgadi there on the line from the University of KwaZulu-Natal Pietermaritzburg campus. One student has been shot and wounded in the arm. We saw pictures of that just a few minutes ago. EMS are on the scene there and are stabilizing her and taking her off to hospital. And we'll keep you up to date with any further developments there.
More police have been deployed in the UKZN campus in Pietermaritzburg, especially the public order policing, to maintain the situation there. We received a complaint that these students were protesting at the campus and they were throwing stones to the police officers as well as the other motorists who are driving past. As a result, more police officers have been deployed in the area to maintain the situation. These operations are still going on. The police are still maintaining and they are also monitoring the situation at all these UKZN campuses, especially in Pietermaritzburg one. In other cases, in other UKZN campuses, it is quiet for now, but the police are still in the area.